If you notice the playlist, I do have quite a few videos on the Mooler, even though when comments come, they say, oh, you only had 1 or 2 videos on this guy, at least give it a chance. I mean, the content is very long. And I'm like, I have an entire playlist. What are you talking about? But lest I be accused of bias, let's spread the love or hate of reacting to Zack Snyder. And there have been at least some good, sophisticated attempts, but boy, the we'll disagree, this is trash kind of stuff is not very strong. Mahler probably is going to come down as the worst. It's just moronic meme after moronic meme, and he doesn't even know what the hell he's talking about. But not to be alone, Ralph the Movie Maker is going to join him in some pretty bizarro comments here, and we're going to react to at least part of his reaction to Justice League. We'll do more, and it's not just him. He has a couple of friends, and they just, hey, Zack, you're still not a good filmmaker.
Batman is completely useless in this situation because he's not a god like the rest of them. Wonder Woman's fucking a god. Aquaman's the god of the ocean. Steppenwolf has like this box that gives him unlimited swarms of armies and like he's invincible. Superman's invincible. Batman's just like a guy.
He's a dude.
He's just a dude.
He shoots them with his guns.
He like flies them in. He has like a really nice plane. He's like he takes them to the location. He drops them off, but that's all he can do.
Like
he can't really fight.
When they're fighting Superman and everyone's fighting him, and he comes in late.
He shoots someone with a gun. Remember, and there's like blood on the camera.
Right, it's like Saving Private Ryan. Like preacher splatter.
Yeah, like imagine like a giant blood splatter. It's like so okay.
Yeah, and the Flash is the god of telling dumb jokes.
He was fucking awful.
But
He's still
the
just
dumb
as bad.
jokes are so less.
Yeah, they're definitely
annoying in this
diminished.
cut.
Yeah.
It's a lot less of that annoying stuff and more of just nonsensical kind of CGI action.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff added in post.
The Flash is that comic relief, but he's not funny at all. He's painfully annoying.
Yeah, he's just not that funny, right?
He's responsible for bringing Superman back.
Yeah.
They give him a lot of
true.
sequences of him running, and then he has the one at the end. I saw people that showed him earlier, like a thing of like, this was such a great scene of him like rewinding time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That was like the big scene, and the way he runs like a
he runs
like a
weird.
I don't know why, but.
Right. It's been done in Over the Hedge and X-Men.
Yeah. How many times do I have to see it? Yeah.
Yeah, with Quicksilver.
Wasn't that cool? I feel like there's this thing with the Speedster now. Like there's Quicksilver, there's Flash. They have to be funny. Yeah, they have to be funny. They're witty. And Flash is the least funny. The Dash is more funny and charming than this version of Flash.
There's so many characters in this movie.
Kal-El, no!
Wonder Woman's just a meat shield. She doesn't do it. She runs around hitting things.
Michelle.
All right, well, just as a matter of getting things clarified, no, not everyone in Justice League is a god. Flash is not a god. Cyborg is not a god. There's a lot of not gods in this film. Lois, not a god. She can be hurt, and she's critical. So I have no idea why they're going up this god tree and barking up that line. I have no idea what they're going on about. Flash is clearly very vulnerable. You can hurt him. He is very vulnerable. I guess if you want to be poetic, he's kind of metaphorically the god of speed or whatever. But then they're going on like, hey, why are all the speedsters? Why are they always comedians? I don't believe Quicksilver, at least in the Avengers 2 version, or Avenger 2 if you're French Canadian, was cracking jokes all the time. At least he wasn't a joke machine like the other versions, or even the Flash in this version. And at least they're at least not completely hostile. They do agree that the Flash in this version is less annoying, and they don't appreciate his jokes. But I don't know, I thought the hot dog thing was funny. I thought he had some touching human moments with the dogs. I thought that was interesting. But apparently all he does is do really stupid jokes. And they weren't impressed with the CGI, but I'm like, yes! He's the guy in the group that's very fast. Of course you're going to show a lot of shots of him running. That's just true by definition. How stupid are you? Like, I get it. I guess his friends are not even into the comics because they're making so many weird and, like, untrue statements. It's a fact that Superman in almost every single incarnation has vulnerabilities. In fact, the 90s version I know very clearly because tons of comic books references. He has many vulnerabilities. Kryptonite, magic, Joss Whedon. He has vulnerabilities. He's not invincible. They have limits. Aquaman and Wonder Woman also are not invincible. They can be hurt. It's really tough to hurt them. That's true. They don't have a super obvious weakness, but they can go down. They can be killed. They can die. Darkseid can die. A very powerful creature, even in this universe, can die. Superman died. I mean, it's like, are they even trying to pay attention? Do they even want to try to review this film? It just seems they just come in with such hostility. Like, Zack, baby, and you're just not an artist. I just get over it. Stop it. You're just embarrassing yourself. Okay, you want to see a movie maker? It's me. It's Ralph. I look in the mirror. I see a movie maker. I see you. I don't see anything. But at least it's somewhat balanced. They do agree. Well, it's not as stupid or trashy as the other one, but really, it's still just why are we looking at this? Why are we spending time on this? It's like, oh, they want my thoughts. Here's my thoughts, Zack. You're trash. I mean, you're kind of a weird kind of trash. You got your weird pretensions, but you're still trash. Me, Ralph the Movie Maker, I'm not trash. I know what the hell I'm talking about. And I'll give him this. He does not follow the crowd in many instances. Like, all this objectivity nonsense that every other person goes on babbling about. He's like, yeah, objectivity. Oh, objectively this, subjectively that. So I appreciate him being very dismissive of that nonsense. So that's good. He's not going to like be brainwashed by some few people on the internet. So I'll give him that. And he actually does challenge his audience, unlike Mahler, because he's like, I am so brave to take on the Zack Snyder. Even though every single time they review him on the EFAP, they're just constantly making fun of him. So there's no bravery there. But with Ralph the Movie Maker, at least, he knows his audience loved Joker, and he's still like, I don't care. I still think Joker's stupid. I think it's overhyped trash. And I think in that case, he's got a point. I do appreciate what Joker tried to do, but I definitely don't think it's the next revolution in cinema. I think it's an okay film, but I think this is the truth. I think this is an incredibly great film, and people are just being dismissive of it. Yeah, they admit, we're complete illiterates. Oh, we don't know the comics. Oh, we don't care about comics. Yeah, well, I think if you do a comic book movie, I don't know, maybe you should appreciate the art form it's based on. Namely comic books. And if you don't know the comic books, yeah, of course it's not going to make a lot of sense. Maybe you should cure that defect, but I don't know, read a little bit. But there we are. Alright, this has been Pop Cult Analyzed on some very ignorant takes on Zack Snyder's Justice League. Thanks for listening.